Welcome back. Thank you for joining me for your express reading. You can choose from one of 3 groups this week. So that's group 1, group 2 or group 3. Rose quartz, clear quartz or amethyst. Take a moment to decide and I'll be back with your reading. Thank you for joining me, group 2. Welcome back. If you've selected the rose quartz, then this is your reading. Okay, what I'm picking up for you, group 1. Now this is a group reading, not a one-on-one, so it's going to resonate differently for different people. I'm going to give you a few examples of what I'm pulling through, what's coming through for this reading. Now the energy feels to be a little dark. I won't say intense, it just feels to be dark. So it's a sense of perhaps you've felt isolated, or you've felt lonely, or you've felt like you haven't wanted to get out there out in the world. It's a sense of kind of an isolation is what I'm getting first of all. And it's a feeling of either somebody's walked away from you, somebody's left you. It's like a loneliness because of somebody that's left you, or it's a loneliness because you've walked away from society or walked away from something. But I'm getting a feeling of isolation because somebody's walked away or you've walked away from something and now you're feeling a little bit isolated. I feel that you need to somehow get back out in public. I feel like this is not for everybody, but what I'm getting a sense of is that you need to take a different approach. So the approach that you've been taking is not working. So it's leaving you with an empty kind of feeling. It's like you're feeling dark or empty, and it's not giving you the right. So what you're doing is not giving you the right effect. So everything is cause and effect. So everything we do has reactions and actions and reactions. So what it's saying is that the step you've taken, decision you've made, something that's happened to you is not giving a desired result. So it's not giving you a result that makes you feel good, you feel happy. I'm getting a sense of darkness. Now for some of you, it could be that the situation you're in is dark and you need to walk away from it because that's what's making you feel dark or lonely or isolated or just feeling dark. It's withdrawn. The card's called withdrawn. So it's a sense of you need to walk away from that. So whether that's you need to walk away from a person or a situation, that's what you're needing to walk away from. So even if it's a decision that you've made in the past, or if it's getting back to those people where somebody's left you, then it's saying you need to walk away from the feelings that you're having right now. So that feeling of isolation and loneliness, you need to take a sideways shift of focus. So you need to look at things from a different perspective, get interested in other things, even if it's one thing, even if it's just one thing you can find an interest in, or one person that you enjoy connecting to. Now I know that's not always an easy thing. It's quite hard to make that connection. So I feel like you're not quite there yet. I am getting that you have an energy boost coming, or you need an energy boost. So I'm feeling that you would get that from another person. You would get that connection, that spark would reignite your passion to be around people or to get back out in the public, or around back into relationships, or back out looking, or back into the workforce, depending on what your situation is. What the sense that I'm getting is that you're needing to have a different approach. So it's a different approach to the way you've been doing things. It hasn't been giving you the desired result. So it's saying that you need to come at it from a different perspective and a different approach to get a different result. Now it feels like because you're needing an energy boost and you're not getting that energy by the way you've been doing things. So whether it's that you've had perhaps an unhealthy lifestyle, or something you've been doing hasn't been good for you. So it's saying you need to leave that behind, walk away from that lifestyle. So if it is unhealthy eating, or just being unhealthy in general, it's saying you need to leave that behind and walk away from that and take a new perspective, and that's going to give you a whole lot more energy, a bigger lease on life. It's going to be like reinvigorate your lease on life. Now I'm also getting that it's where you are is kind of here. The energy that I'm feeling is here, and it's very dense. It's quite compact and dense, which is showing me perhaps you've been there for a little while. It's like the picture that it's giving me is like dust, dust falling on something, and it's like layers and layers and layers of dust it's getting. So I don't know if it's for somebody, they do need to do a bit of a clean or something, but that's what I'm getting. It's like, and I'm getting like sediments. I'm getting sediments, the word sediment too. So it's like layers of dirt or layers of dust, and it's compacting. So I don't even know why I'm seeing that or hearing that. But it feels like that's what it is. Maybe you've been in that situation for a long time. It's gathering dust, like you haven't been active, so you're gathering dust because you're inactive, you haven't been doing anything. So what it's saying is that you need to change your focus and take a different approach, and you need to start being more active. You need to, and I'm now pulling in that it's related to energy for some of you. So it's related to having a lack of energy or no energy, but it's saying that in order to get, and I know this is going to sound weird, but to get energy, you need to kind of have energy. So like you need to start walking or something little, because that's going to start to build your energy. So it's not like you instantly get energy unless you're taking supplements or vitamins or anything like that, which you probably could look at your vitamins as well and what you're taking for to make sure you're getting all the nutrients. Because I was getting something before about, and I've got to remember this is an express reading, so I started to go very deep into this reading. But so just briefly, what I was saying is that you need to look into your health, you need to look into your nutrients or your vitamins, you need to change your lifestyle, so it's not sediment or it's not stationary is what I'm getting. You're not inactive is what it is. You're not inactive. You need to start being more active, and that's going to give you more energy in the long term. So hope that resonates with you, Group 1. I will be back next Monday with your full reading. Thank you for joining me. About Group 2, thank you for joining me. If you've selected the click quartz and this is your reading. Okay, you have some lovely cards, Group 2. Now what I'm getting for you is that you need to broaden your horizons because you're going up a level. It's like this here is the Triumph card. It's, and triumph over adversity. I don't feel like there's any adversity. I just feel like you're going to be triumphant. It's like a sense of you're going to achieve something, or you're finally getting there. Something perhaps it's been stuck, or you haven't been able to budge or move. It's like that's finally going to lift, and it's like even if it's the energy, something about it is finally moving, finally budging, you're finally getting a result from something. So that's for some of you. Now, but the general sense of this read is that you're leveling up. So you could be getting a promotion, you could be getting a pay rise, you could be getting a better house, a better living situation, you could be going into a relationship, your relationship be going up to the next level, you could be moving in with somebody because it's going up to the next level, you could be perhaps starting a family because we're going into the next level. So that's what it's saying. So, and it's saying look at the bigger picture. So, and that's also telling me about expansion. It's giving me the planet Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion. So it feels like, your world is expanding, going up a level. So that could be your house is going to be bigger. You're getting a bigger house, or you're getting a bigger car. You're having a family, so you're starting a family, or your family is about to grow. So it's something is getting bigger, or you're going up to the next level. So it's getting better. You're either getting more responsibilities, if it's a work thing, or more money coming in. But it feels to be, this new beautiful energy is taking you to the next level. Now, so if that's a spiritual thing, it could be because I am getting the eagles here, and we're getting the swan. So with the bird, that's the animals that we've got in your spread, is the swan. Now, the swan is a card of, it's about love. Okay, let me just tap into this one for a little bit stronger. Okay, what I'm getting on this one, yes, it's about self-love and about loving yourself. It's about the ugly duckling situation where if you've been in an ugly situation, then that's about to change and become something beautiful, or something's going to blossom and grow, a new relationship. But what I'm getting here is something is getting bigger. Now it's giving me that sense of going viral is what I'm hearing and what I'm getting. So it could be related to social media, could be related to your outreach to the world. So if it's like you own a business or something, it's like you're going to be really getting noticed. Your business is expanding and getting bigger, or it's your social media is getting bigger and you're getting noticed. So it's a sense of going viral is what I'm getting. It's like or getting noticed and getting bigger, because I've got the two cards that say that. So this is a card of saying getting bigger, and this card here, the swan, does talk to me about social media going viral. That card does relate to that, does give me that kind of energy as well. So yeah, something is rising up, you're going to the next level. So that could be your social media as well, or the world seeing you, what it is that you're presenting to the world, whether it could be some product you're working on, some business idea that you've got, something you're doing is going to the next level, it's getting bigger. So you've got to think bigger because it's getting bigger, and it feels like it's got that viral effect feel to it. So that means it's growing, it's bigger, you're going to be seen by a lot of people. So that's a great mini reading for you, Group 2. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back on Monday with your full reading. Welcome back, Group 3, if you've selected the amethyst and this is your reading. Okay, what I'm getting for you is a sense of tiptoeing around a situation. It's like you're being very delicate, very cautious around a situation. Okay, let me just tap in. It's going to be different for everybody what the situation is, but I'll give you the energy of what this spread is, and I just remember this is an express reading. So this looks to be quite a deep, intense situation. This reading really could get a full reading because it feels to be quite an intense situation that requires a full reading. But this one is just your mini, it's just your mini reading. But what it's saying is that you're reviewing something, or there's some kind of review going on around something, but it's saying that you need to be cautious. You need to review everything. You need to review the situation you're in. You need to review, just be very careful. If it's to do with contracts, you need to review them. You need to go over them. You need to be cautious. But I'm feeling like, okay, you're going to get through this because you've got the card of resilience. This is a card of being a hard worker, being very resilient. It can also be about being stubborn too. There could be an element of somebody being stubborn in this situation. So perhaps you're going up against some kind of opponent in some way, and it's just saying that you need to cover yourself and be very cautious. You need to review what you're doing. You need to review what other people are doing. Also getting the card of teamwork. So it's saying that you're needing support, you're needing help. This card here also speaks to me about autism. It's the autism card. So perhaps there's somebody around you that has autism or being diagnosed with autism. It's saying that you're very resilient. So if that's the case for you and that's happening for you, it's saying that you're a very resilient, strong person, that you will get through this. It's going to be okay. Now that I feel that's not the strongest part that I'm getting for this read, but it's because it's sitting side by side, the autism card against the resilience card. It's saying that you're very resilient. You're going to get through whatever this situation is. It could also be it may not even be a diagnosis of autism. It could be some kind of diagnosis that somebody's getting, and I'm just pulling in the autism diagnosis just from personal experience. So it could be something going on around you that's related to somebody getting a diagnosis, and it's saying you're being very resilient, or somebody's being very resilient around this situation. Now, I feel like it's something that's been going on for a while, because this card here is the Nine of Swords. So it's giving me that sense of a battle that's been fought for a long time, that somebody is just hanging in there and they're being very strong and they're being very resilient. So we're also, because here we've also got the caution card going on, and we're reviewing. So perhaps if it's related to an illness or a diagnosis, you need to review the medication, or you need to review your diagnosis or medical intervention or something around that. That is not for everybody. That's just for some people. I'm pulling that in on. Okay, so getting back to the general read, because this is just a mini express reading. So getting back to the general energies for everybody is that a sense of needing to be cautious about something that's going on around you right now. You need to look into the situation very carefully. You need to review everything about it. You need to review it, and you need to be cautious about it. It's saying that it seems to be something that's quite intense, and that you're being very resilient about. It's like you're hanging in there and being resilient, but it's saying that you have a good support team as well. You've got a level of support there, or that you are the support team for somebody else. It's like you're the support person for the other person, for another person. It's like, something related to support. So whether you've got professional help, professional advice, or you've got a good team around you that helps you in some way, or you're the help to somebody else. And that's what's making the whole situation resilient. That's how they're getting through, or you're getting through, is because of the help that you have, and that's very important. So if it's for somebody that is fighting some kind of battle on their own, a sense of you needing to get some help to help you fight this battle, or whatever it is. So whatever this battle is, whether it's a physical battle, a mental battle, a health battle, it's saying that I can see you you've fought it on your own. You've been very strong, but you kind of battle weary and a little weakened from the experience, and it's like you're needing to pull in reinforcement. It's what it's saying. You need to pull in reinforcement, which to me means you need to bring in other people to help you or something else. Thank you for joining me, Group 3. I'll be back again on Monday with your full reading.